Shop smart, shop S-smart.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book Who Dis. I am, of course, your host, Death Metal Hero, and with me is longtime friends of the channel and my friends personally, Karl and Monica Stephan. How you guys doing? It's been way too long. Way too long.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
You've been cooking up some good shit, man. You've been making some good shit, you know? Got this new Mary Boys book cooking, you know? And, you know, obviously real life gets in the way, but yeah, it's awesome to fucking see you guys.
Same. No, look, it's great to be back again. Yeah, we've got a nice couch, as we said.
Yeah, no, I was commenting on the couch backstage and saying that that is a very classy couch. I mean, it's beautiful. It looks very comfortable. Looks like you could stretch out and read a bunch of comics on there, you know?
Looks like one of these porn casting couches.
Or a casting couch, you know, whatever. You know, comic books, casting, whatever works for you, you know? So, how have you guys been?
Just busy.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. I mean, just the last, but you know, like when you're an adult, you open your eyes. You open your eyes, and it's already been 6 months since last time you looked up and paid attention to what's going on around you. You get your head down, and life just passes you by.
It's amazing how fast time flies. Especially when you're not like paying attention, you know, you're just doing everything day to day, and suddenly, a few years have gone by, you know?
Yeah. No. That's exactly it. I mean, thinking now, I mean, the last Mary Boys campaign was about 2 years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Since we did that, I mean, yeah. And since then, it's just been, I've been making comics the way through. I've been making art and all sorts of things, but I just haven't, it's like, I haven't been in the public eye. I was kind of afraid, like I was saying backstage, and I was, people can remember me or the comic or what I did before, because you kind of have to maintain these things. If you don't, you kind of fall off. Then you have to start again.
Right. Well, that momentum kind of falls off, and that's unfortunately kind of one of the perils of doing this type of indie comics. The crowdfunding. You don't have the luxury of being able to release it monthly or bi-monthly, because it's just you guys. It's just you writing the story and drawing it and putting it together. It takes time, but I mean, each time they come out, they are absolutely worth it. And they never leave the spinner rack over here, by the way. Also, Arvid, I don't know if you see this, I got all the Band of the Crow books that I got from Arvid right here. Got Mary Boys, got my boy Fraga up here. This is only the good stuff goes in the spinner rack right next to the streaming station. Kill Journal, Phantom, Black Phantom, Lady Death, Poison Elves, the good shit. So yeah, man, I am super excited for everybody to get their hands on more of these Mary Boys, and I'm hoping with this new campaign that there's going to be new readers that jump onto this and jump into this story for the first time.
Oh, there have been. It's like people going like, oh, what, like still, but in the UK too. I've been like meeting with people who are like surprised you can do this, because in the UK now it's like you can get arrested for posting assault.
Yeah,
you're doing this now. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, there's nothing more punk fucking rock than doing this right now.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, if we're gonna knock on the door, if the doorbell rings, forgive me if I don't answer it.
Right? Just I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna let that. Never mind. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we got our passports ready.
Catch a flight to Poland. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Got your bug out bags all packed and ready, do you? Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's crazy sometimes. Just the amount of people they arrest for nonsense. It's just, and it destroys your life. You get a criminal record
For nothing.
For nothing. For stuff that you American guys say all the time with impunity.
Hey, freedom of speech should be for everybody. Let people say the dumb shit they're going to say. It identifies them, but that doesn't mean they're not allowed to say it. We don't necessarily have to listen to the dumb shit that people say, but let them say it, fuck it, and that way lies madness and authoritarianism. So no, I am anti that shit. Say what you're going to say. It doesn't mean I have to take it seriously, but at the same time, with the age-old sentiment of I may disagree with what you say, but I will fight to the death to defend your right to say it. That's the way it should be.
As a cornerstone of democracy, which is a cornerstone of Western civilization. You take that away. Yeah.
Well, we don't live in a democracy anymore. I don't think so.
Well, they're cancelling elections. That's what's getting a bit worrying.
Local elections, but still, yeah.
Because the opposition might. Yeah, I don't want to get into British politics.
yeah. Unfortunately, that's we live in a fucking crazy world, man. I mean, it's all fucking theater anyway. So might as well focus on the cool shit. And the cool shit right now, aside from the fact that we're about to talk about this awesome book that I'm super fucking excited about, we got an awesome chat. We got a jumping chat over here. Going to scroll up here and start at the very beginning. My beautiful, gorgeous partner in crime, Skull, baby.
Hello.
Let's see. We got Mr. Arvid in the chat. What's up, Arvid? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here, man. We got Citizen Ronan. What's up, Ronan? Good to see you, sir. Fix Monica's name? How did I misspell her name?
Oh, Monkey. Yeah, that's what I used to call her when we started dating.
Where?
Monkey. It's still my nickname, Monkey.
Yeah, I still call her Monkey.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
Ah, damn it. Okay, well, at least it's in the the description. I can fix that later. I was worried that it was like in the thumbnail. Because I'm always paranoid. Like I set up a thumbnail, and then I the show goes live, and I've misspelled somebody's name in the fucking thumbnail and not realized it. So yeah, at least it's in the description. I can fix that.
We foreigners here, so our names get messed up all the time, even after 20 odd years.
Well, I mean, my last name Alietta. Nobody can pronounce it or spell it, so I understand. Alietta, yeah, exactly. Frazetta, Alietta, exactly. Got to have that emphasis.
Yeah.
I mean, Karl has been called Stephan countless times.
Yeah.
Because Stephan.
Yeah. Right, Stephan. Yeah.
Stephan, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
Stephan. Do I look like a Stephan?
I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't think so anyway, but Arvid says Luke.
Oh, do you?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never run into a Stephen that looks like you. I've got to say that. Arvid says, I am not your father, but I am here to lead you to the dark side. Well, good luck, Arvid. I am a Jedi like my father before me. Let's see. Feline dropping the link for Mary Boys All Stitched Up Part 1 already. You guys are going to fucking love this book. You want to get in on this. I'm excited to start talking about the story because it's a bit change of a pace, and I'm going to let them describe that. We're going to get through the chat here real quick. That couch deserves a smoking jacket, says Citizen Ronan. And I agree. Fuck Putin, exactly. And Tempest Fugit, exactly, Arvid, exactly. Hey, we got Miss Good Stuff in the chat. What's going on, Miss Good Stuff? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here.
So far, I recognize absolutely everybody. That's great.
Excellent. Arvid cannot wait for All Stitched Up. Same. What's up, Phil? Good to see you, sir. Had a great show with Phil the other night as well, talking about The Man with No Strings, his new weird Western book. Doing some printing on newsprint. I'm going to get your thoughts on newsprint here as we get rolling as well. Hey, we got Mad Ruth in the chat. What's up, Mad Ruth?
Hey,
Good
hello.
to see you, sir. Good stream the other day with these guys. It was a lot of fun hanging out in your chat. We got T.S. Took.
Oh, Tuk.
Good. Took. Welcome. Ayo. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Mad Ruth says death metal can draw. Not type, not so much. Yeah, you know. They're letters. You know, what good are those? I do pictures. That's what I do. I don't do the words and the letters. They're confusing. Okay. So have you I know you've been creating and you've been working on this book for the last few years. Have you gotten a chance to read anything? Has there been anything that you've really enjoyed, like a crowdfunded book that you got or something you picked up at the local shop? Anything like that?
Ooh. You know, I have been so, you know, even reading stuff has been you know, there's something I remember. Yes, there was something. Sorry for showing my ass to the camera. Let's see. Yes, so I got Torpedo. Do you guys remember Torpedo? It's
That sounds familiar.
yeah, it's a comic book from the 1970s that's been reimagined by.
Oh.
Well, it's by the same writer, a different artist. And I was supposed to get a trade coming out of this. It's basically an Italian gangster. So you'll
Nice.
love it. And it's
My people.
It is wild. It is absolutely. This is the most un-PC
Violent,
stuff I have ever read in my life. Basically,
Fantastic.
Funny Ryan. It's just it's so hard boiled. It makes everything else, all other crime fiction that I've read, it's like children's stories. It is awesome. And yeah, I got these. They haven't released it in the trade yet. I don't know if they will. You know.
Torpedo 1972. All right, I'm going to have to see if I can find that.
The original series was Torpedo 1936.
Oh, okay.
And that's when he was like in his prime, and this is when he's like an old dude. You know, the
Okay.
70s.
Nice. Okay. All
so
right.
the world around him has changed, but he hasn't. You know, and I really like this. I mean, the problem is it was originally written in Italian, and
Right.
and it's published by Blaze Publishing. So the translations aren't great. That's
unfortunate.
and so every now and again there's like a little tick that takes you out of the story, but overall it's quite good.
Okay.
And IDW reprinted the original 1936 series.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They haven't reprinted it, unfortunately, but these translations are great. It was done by Jimmy Palmiotti.
Oh, Jimmy's awesome. Love that dude.
He translated, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So if you can find some of these editions, they're amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'll have to check that out. Very looking at the cover, it kind of gave me some like Will Eisner type vibes. Kind of like Spirit.
Yeah, Geordie Bernay is the artist, and to me, he's one of the greatest living. All the ones I kind of draw inspiration from. Most of them are dead, except for
Yeah, well, I mean, I got a lot of dead men's work behind me as well. I mean, I go through some of the music that I listen to, and a lot of those dudes are dead. Yeah. Phil says, "Oof, I really want to get into Torpedo." Well, hopefully, you can find some. Arvid says, "Dinner and a show." Turning around, looking for the books. Phil says he's backer number 64. Heck yeah.
Bro.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. That's awesome.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know the book is completely done. So there's going to be minimal waiting. It's just going to be after the campaign ends, or it'll just be prepping files for print and posting out. And that's it. So
right on. That's fantastic to hear. I'm excited because that means all the quicker that it gets into my hands and I can read it. Arvid's talking about Wisconsin Death Trip. Yes, Static X, Rip Wayne Static, one of my absolute favorites.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's a while ago. When did he die? It was early 2000s or something.
2014 is when he died. So I mean, 12 years ago. Yeah. And then Wisconsin Death Trip came out in like 99, 2000. So I mean, I've been listening to that album for 26 years.
We're getting old, huh?
Don't
Talk about this stuff.
no, fuck that. No, I am young, hale, hearty, and healthy. Thank you very much. Time is stretching out behind me, but I am still the same hale, hearty, powerful person that I've always been.
Yeah,
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Damn it. So I've been reading Berserk. Have you ever read Berserk?
Yeah.
Okay. I got the big chonkin like omnibus hardcover, and man, that book is beautiful.
That's the Dark Horse one, right?
Yes. Yeah, the big leather bound. I mean, that thing weighs like fucking 10 pounds.
It's huge.
I had an art book back in college, an art history book that weighed less than this thing does, and that thing was like 4 inches thick. So yeah, really been enjoying that. I've been digging into some of my old Poison Elves stuff. I've got 3 issues left of that to pick up, and I'll have the entire Volume 2 series. So yeah, been checking out the new Darkness book, which has been pretty good. Berserk Deluxe. What's up, Alex VRB? Welcome. Yes, Berserk Deluxe.
Hi,
that's the one.
Alex.
And we've got Marv Comics. Greetings, sinners. Unfortunately, I'll be able to watch the show, but I'll see it tomorrow on the replay. Keep rocking. Well, thank you for stopping by and saying hi, my friend. Good to see you, sir. Thank you. Let's see. Mad Ruth says, I'm not turning 50 this year. That is not happening.
That's what you said.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm definitely not turning 43 this year. Nice. I got the previous stories as well as an add-on. Heck yeah, dude.
Oh, cool.
Phil, is this your first experience with Mary Boys? Oh, Phil.
A Mary Boys virgin.
You are in for a fucking treat, sir.
I'm going to send out all the PDFs to the old PDFs as well. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. So as soon as everything's said and done on the campaign, I'm going to email
spring chicken.
He's only 3 years younger than me. Don't worry, I get called the youngest all the time there, Took. Hitting the big 40 in the next month, and happy to start it knowing Mary Boys ASU is on its way. Backing now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Listen to the wise feline, and let YouTube know that you're enjoying this content. So, for those that don't know, tell us what's the background of Mary Boys?
Right.
What's the elevator pitch? Oh, here, let me fix this while you're doing that.
Beating people up in their small town. Now,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think we lost the connection.
Nope, you're right there. No, I had to fix the picture.
It's weird. There's just people listening to me talk. This house, all people talk over me, and it's very unusual. So basically, it's four teenagers with birth defects. Okay, so they've got this. They can't grow hair on their heads. They've got cleft palates. They've got abnormally big hands and feet, and they were raised by this Catholic priest who found them in a dumpster behind an abortion clinic. All right, so you see where this is going.
Very dark, inauspicious beginning.
It is quite. It's underground kind of.
Yeah.
Indie.
It's fucking great.
So basically, and the priest is a bit of a he's a bit of a madman. Let's put it this way. He's so basically the town they live in has completely been taken over by crime and social evils and trouble like that. And the priest had an incident where somebody tried to rob him in his own
good stuff.
And they shot him in the head, and he had a near death experience whereby he regressed to a past life where he was a member of the Order of the Knights Templar. So when he woke up, he had all these visions of chivalry and fighting in the deserts, but he also saw these. He also had this vision of a biblical apocalypse that was going to occur if he didn't clean up the town. So he basically uses these 4 kids as his enforcers to go out at night to eradicate sinfulness. It is a dark comedy. It is basically it is the sort of it's the darkest kind of British humor. Loads of fun. It's predicated on punk, like UK 82 era punk rock, oi music.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly. So they're like Catholic skinheads, but they're not really skinheads in the sense that they're kind of, it's just these elements that have come together with the bald heads, the big.
Well, I mean, they kind of can't grow hair on their heads, so they're kind of skinheads by default.
By default, yeah.
It's not their fault.
Yeah. And so that's the origin, and that's the very first Merry Boys arc was the origin story and what they, why they're there and all that. Beefheads, which was campaign number 2, were 4 self-contained short stories, which just takes place in their world. It's almost like watching a TV series, and every episode, like in the early stage where everything is just every episode is a different sort of scenario.
Yeah.
Now in this series is a 5-part series, and it's a long form story where it's almost like Act 1 is over. Things start going wrong for them because they've been running amok for so long that people start getting a bit sick of them.
Right.
The mayor's office, the bishop, and the police all collude together to lock the town down, and at the same time perform a social experiment where they ban alcohol, and try experiment and issue an experimental drug, on the population. See where
right
the parallels.
Yes, I do.
Basically, it's about that, and but it also tests them in their relationship as brothers and sons. Parrish gets banished out of the town to London, actually, and they have to make do without him for the entire story.
Oh wow! So they okay, so you get to kind of stretch your legs storytelling wise with this one.
Yeah.
Do something a little bit because with the first ones, you had the first 2 issues and then Beefheads. These were all kind of like fairly self-contained stories that kind of gave you a bird's eye view and then like a personal view of the town that they live in and who these guys are. And now you really get to kind of go on a journey with these characters.
Basically, I mean, the first arc touches with a bit of pathos,
Yeah.
But this, I kind of explore that a lot more. So it has got its manic bits, mostly in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then reality kind of hits in, and I lean more heavily into the interpersonal relation, the character arcs.
Yeah.
Involved in the story. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. I really enjoyed writing it, and I just want to see it come to life. That's my whole thing with this.
Well, I mean, I'm personally very excited to go on another adventure with the boys because watching them interact with each other and the father, it's fucking great. The dynamic is hilarious, and just them dealing with the corruption of the town and the more scummy elements of the town. It's fucking fantastic. Feline is saying that her comments are getting censored again. Send me a screenshot of what YouTube is not showing. She was in my chat last night, and for whatever reason, what she was saying wasn't popping up. Like, because I'm not seeing it in my live chat, and I'm not seeing it in the chat for EV Mux as well. So I am confused.
I thought you guys were free now. Now that
I mean, we have free speech, but I mean, platforms do what platforms are going to platform. Apparently, big tech doesn't give a fuck.
True.
Merry Boys has a great Margaret Thatcher Falklands War English beat feel to it. Says Arvid.
It hails back to that. I mean, it's definitely got a strong streak of UK 82 running.
Yeah,
which is all about that stuff. That disenfranchised. It's all about. At the end of the day, it's all about alienation. That's the main central theme running through Merry Boys. Alienation and finding yourself through all that after you've been stripped of everything. that's the core of it. And of course, you cover everything with humor, so it's enjoyable. So this pill is, not as bitter to swallow, but that's where I'm driving with it.
Yeah. That's fucking cool, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm comparing the two, and yeah, there's definitely chats that are missing. So I don't know what YouTube is doing. YouTube, I don't know if you noticed the other day, but YouTube actually kind of shit the bed. Like the homepage just stopped loading altogether. It was Tuesday evening, right before Topicless, and for whatever reason, YouTube's homepage just would not load. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's Alex VRB says F Google Tube. Yeah, see, this is why I have the live chat open from YouTube, and I have the chat open over here on this side as well. So I don't miss anything. Say again.
Is it on Twitter as well?
No, I don't pay for Twitter, so I can't stream to Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been on Twitter since 2009. So I kind of don't feel like I should have to pay for Twitter. I don't know. Just call me crazy, but yeah. Anyway, sorry to derail. Silvar, good to see you, sir. Silver says, "Is that goat the same one that was a little old lady secretly selling literal devil's weed?"
Yeah, well, she's a symbol, but yeah.
Yeah.
But the stars will come off. The only reason I put stars on the nipples is for social media, and I just but it'll come off on the actual print.
Well, I mean, YouTube would probably have a shit fit about it. I know that Indiegogo would have a shit fit about it. Kickstarter would have a shit fit about it as well. So yeah, you gotta make sure that they don't have any reason to stop you from being able to do what you do.
Yeah, I did sneak 2 pairs of boobs in on the Beefheads cover that nobody noticed. But yeah.
Well, good. Keep sneaking that shit in. Arvid says, "I demand nipples on my demon goats." Exactly. They're not even human nipples. They're demon goat nipples.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Took says, "I've pledged and am raising a toast and a middle finger to daft bugs that censor comments."
Are we gonna have a bet?
I am.
Skål.
Oh, excellent! Awesome.
Where am I?
Oh, there you are.
It's how we actually drink. It's on the street.
Yes. Yeah, we don't drink anymore. We're very boring. However,
I don't drink all that often either. Usually when I'm hanging out with this one, my favorite troublemaker, she's the one that gets me to drink. But that's because we like to go to different breweries and we like to try different microbrews and stuff like that. So, and scotch. I still do love me scotch. It's fucking delicious. So might have a wee sip here. Skål.
Skål.
Nostrovia.
Nostrovia. Oh, lovely. Yes, please. Yeah. So what is this?
So this is some fancy beer.
Hazy IPA.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy. Let's see. And whip out Baphomet's finest knockers. Exactly. All right.
Yeah. So I was going to say the other one's again with this one, it's got a main cover. That's them in the bin, and then it's got the wraparound. That's the main cover, and then
the priest in the tree is the wraparound cover, right?
Round one, which ties into the first part of the book. And
yeah. What's up, Paul dear? Good to see you, sir. Thank you for coming to join us this evening. So, how do you like the new Indiegogo? Because it is drastically different from the old Indiegogo.
It's completely different. I actually messed something up on it. So I'm not going to I don't want to bore you too much with this stuff, but
right.
So it's just setting the thing up is a bit weird. Where you have to choose settings for different countries, because now Indiegogo collects VAT. From certain jurisdictions, you've got to unselect the VAT thing for the UK. So the UK backers might get VAT added to their pledge, but it'll be treated as an overpayment at the end of the campaign. So we'll just use that for the postage, so they won't get charge for the postage. So that's
Okay. Well, that kind of balances out a little bit. Then that's good.
Yeah.
Here's the link to the campaign. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you dropping the link in the chat for everybody.
Oh, by the way, like since we spoke, remember you said you were doing your comic digitally, and I was like,
wow. Yeah, penciling it digitally. Yes.
Yeah. So I thought I'll give this a go.
Yeah.
I got Clip Studio Paint, and I was like, okay, is it gonna? But then I found this brush set, this rusty nib,
mm-hmm.
brush set. And I was like, this looks so natural. It looks so And I got myself a tablet, and I'm like, wow, this is actually looking so. I did this one digitally, but I think it came out all right.
See, I wouldn't have known that you did it digitally had you not said it. It looks like your stuff, man. It looks like, how you did everything else. And I feel like that's the key to doing things digitally is you got to find that right nib set, that right brush set that feels like how you would do things traditionally.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm happy with the half-tone sort of stuff that they give you.
Yeah, the Zipatone stuff looks good, man. It adds a nice little subtle hue to it. I like it.
Because I really wanted to do it, and I thought I did some math, and I was figuring out how much Zipatone it would cost. Because it's not cheap that stuff. Getting the real
no, it's not.
And I was like, damn it, that's gonna really sting. And then I started thinking, well, if you're gonna be doing that digitally, you may as well why not just ink it digitally too? It's just makes sense.
See, I like penciling digitally, which is what I did on this piece that I showed you earlier. I penciled it digitally and then I printed it out so I can ink it traditionally because I want to have originals to do, to take with me to conventions. So on my book, what I'm thinking is I'm going to pencil it digitally. That way I can get all the angles and everything right and easier use of rulers, and then I'm going to ink it traditionally. Yeah, that way I have pages.
Lots of people, and they print it out in blue, very light blue, and you can ink over that and use it as your basis. I'm thinking maybe I should try something like that as well. I still love like a drawing stream I did last weekend. I felt so good. Just taking the brush pen and just not thinking about it. Whatever it was awesome. Just tactile. So I don't ever want to completely give up on that.
I feel like as artists we should use both. We should do both.
Definitely be able to do both.
Yeah. What's up, Rushbrook? Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. He says, "What's up, everyone? Art is looking good in this. Heck yeah, man! If you haven't jumped on the Merry Boys train, you need to get on it, brother."
Thank you. Yeah.
Harvard says digital is the way to go. It looks great, Karl.
Cheers, mate. I mean, yeah, it's just because what really changed my mind too is like we went to in London. There's a cartoon museum, right, where you can see original examples of pages and stuff. And one of the best British comic book artists there's ever been is the guy who did Charlie's War with Pat Mills, called John Calhoun, and they had a page of his there, right? And I had to look at this Charlie's War, and it was, you wouldn't believe how many pieces were cut away and replaced, and how much whiteout there was, and how many fixes there were all over this. And I think to myself, this is a piece of production art. It was never meant to be on a wall. It was never meant to be seen over above. And it kind of changed my perspective a bit. And I was like, okay,
right.
There's a certain charm to all of that, but I'm like, it's meant to be a piece of, and the actual piece of art is the entire finished printed comic book, and that's how it should be treated. So I'm kind of looking at it like that now, whereas before I didn't really.
Right. Well, I mean, and it's funny how the technology or the tools that we use change how we see the art that we make. Doing that whole book digitally, it made me appreciate doing stuff on paper again. I've been having so much fun, like you were saying, the brush on paper, the ink on paper. I just got a set of these Unipens to ink with, because these will hold up against the Copic markers, and I like to use the Copic markers to color on either commissions or sketch cards or sketch covers. But yet doing the digital made me appreciate the physical, and then doing the physical makes me appreciate how I can iterate and change things and move things around with digital. So they can work hand in hand. I mean, it's just using the tools effectively to get the work done.
Yeah, it's all about not letting the computer take over. You've got a vision in your brain.
Yes.
And however you get to that, that's why AI doesn't really work, because nobody really visualizes it to that degree.
Well, you're letting the computer do your thinking for you.
The computer is doing all that. You didn't take those decisions. The closest I can get something from my brain onto wherever it may be, a screen or a piece of paper, that's the way to go. As far
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's something that feels so satisfying about having a piece of physical art in your hands afterwards. Being able to hold it and look at it. I can put it in the art book to take with me to conventions to show off. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I love having that physical piece of artwork in my hands afterwards.
That's still that is a sense of loss in a way. Like after I did that drawing stream, I was like, oh, this feels great. Just sitting there looking at this thing. Oh, this is all, Yeah, no, we're tactile creatures.
We are. Well, I mean, and I don't know, with the overemphasis on digital, whether it be, movies, video games, TV shows, music, it's all digital. I mean, we used to have cartridges that had the video games on it. We used to have DVDs that had the video games, the movies, CDs that had the music on there. Fucking, cassette tapes, records. These were all physical things that you had to interact with. Comic books. Fuck, I mean, digital comics. When I'm traveling, give me my tablet with, a whole library of comics that I can read, while I'm traveling. But when I'm at home, give me a real book that I can hold in my hands, that I can feel, give me something physical. I love the smell of old comic books. You open them up and the newsprint, the ink and the newsprint wafts up at you. It's my favorite part about working at the comic shop is I'd walk in and that smell would just hit me in the face. There's, like you said, we are tactile creatures, and there's something about that I feel like we need to hold on to. Physical media matters, in my opinion. I want DVDs, I want movies, I want VHS tapes, all that stuff.
Yeah, we can't see now, but we've got stacks and stacks and stacks of DVDs lined up all around.
Yes.
We don't, I'll never just go to a streaming sort of service. We don't do that.
Yeah, we have VHS.
Good.
We do,
and cassettes.
Yeah, we do. Still.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is that it's becoming more popular now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's becoming popular again.
Oh, VHS tapes, or you mean
VHS? Yeah, there's entire like subreddits devoted to like CRT TVs. The old tube TVs that we used to all have.
Oh yeah, I used to have one of those.
Yeah. And DVD players and VHS tapes. The people are going and finding old movies on VHS. There's some movies that were never released on DVD.
Yeah.
There's a movie that Feline introduced me to called. Let's see, what is it? Grim Prairie Tales. Hang on, I'll grab it. So, Grim Prairie Tales. Let me switch the camera over here. So, this movie, James Earl Jones, Brad Dourif. It's an anthology movie that has a bunch of like weird Western horror stories in it, and it's fucking fantastic. Never released on DVD. Really? I had to find this on VHS. And it is so damn good. And the reason why I found it is because Feline, found a bootleg copy of the DVD, and we watched it, and the quality wasn't that great. So I found a VHS, and I'm going to rip this fucker to a DVD. That way we have a better quality. But yeah, she introduced me to this movie, and I'm so glad she did, but never released on DVD. So yeah, hold on to your VHS tapes, folks.
Absolutely.
They're worth it.
I love good horror anthology. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, have you ever watched Trick or Treat?
Long time ago.
The anthology one, not the movie with Ozzy Osbourne, the actual anthology movie that came out, I think, in 2007 or something.
That was the one with the little kid in the little burlap sack mask, right?
That's just also just came and went, but I still love that style of stuff. Yeah.
VHS, or and Wreck, those kind of movies. Yeah. I love horror anthologies, VHS in particular. That first one, some of the stories in it weren't great, but the ones that were good were really good. You know, there was a succubus story in it that was just terrifying. They can't specialize a DVD. Exactly. Well, they can't charge you to reoccurring charge to watch a DVD. Once you buy it and have the DVD, you own it.
Yep.
Yep. Took says, I miss that kind of tempered smell of metal or plastic from a cult VHS. The manga entertainment days. Yes. Yes, indeed. There's a whole subreddit of people that are just buying anime on VHS just because some of those you can't get on DVD and they've never been put on streaming.
It's part of their aesthetic, you know, like some of those, so the old anime from the 90s, some of the really raw stuff, you'd kind of feel like a criminal taking that thing home and watching it. It's subversive. You know, it's part of it. It's part of and hoping the thing actually plays properly, and maybe cleaning the heads to your VHS player, making sure.
Yeah.
It was a struggle though most of the time. It's not as DVDs, more than VHS, just because they were so, all the trouble that you get with them. But VHS was almost like the pinnacle. That was the peak. I keep saying this: the peak of Western civilization was the late 80s and pretty much the whole of the 90s. We had everything.
Oh yeah, it was indeed, and it kind of just seems to have gone downhill. Like it seemed like everything just dropped off a fucking cliff around like 2010. Arvid says, I have a subscription to the Criterion Channel stream service. It's awful. They AI enhance and upscale old French movies into unwatchable, uncanny valley 4K horror shows. Good Lord, that sounds terrible.
It's a good description, though.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
Yeah, as Haldir says, his comments stay on screen until he switches between top and all messages, and then they disappear. That's what's happening to her as well. So I'm not exactly sure why YouTube is doing that, because Feline is a super mod on my channel. There's absolutely no reason why her comments should be getting censored at all. Project A-ko is one of my favorites. Great OVA from the animation from the 80s. Very hard to find now. Yep. Indeed. And that's one of the ones I see a lot of people finding on VHS. So that's why I'm glad that you're doing physical copies of these books, because I want to 20 years down the road, I'll be able to pull out my copies of Merry Boys and just sit down and read them while I'm, sitting in my comfy overstuffed chair or casting couch and, smoking a pipe or whatever, just hanging out.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, I wanted to say how much I love this one-page origin story that you did for the Merry Boys. I think it's concise, it's clear, and it's really well done. It's perfect little elevator pitch.
I thought it was just really handy to have something like that, like a visual. Because always when I sit here and I explain what it is, I always feel like I'm tripping over my own words. I always feel like I'm leaving something out. While this has been considered and put down, and it's got everything that you need basically, and it wouldn't take you ages to read it to get to the bottom of it. So that's why I thought, I've got to do this.
Well, I mean, and it's a great way to get people into the story if they're coming upon it without having read, the origin stories, the beginnings. Because they say that every comic is somebody's first comic. Has the possibility to be somebody's first comic. So being able to give them that easy in so they can enjoy the story is a great thing to do. Mad Ruth says Sony had to remove hundreds of Discovery films over 1,000 seasons of shows when Disney pulled its shared content arrangements. Yeah. Well, I mean, they saw what Netflix was doing, and everybody was like, you know what? We could do that too, and we're going to try to do that too. Now everybody pays more for streaming services than they were paying for cable, and they have just as many commercials.
Yeah, I mean, I know other people with Netflix, and to be honest, I find it hard to find something I actually want to watch.
Yes,
that's the problem.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't have Netflix. I still have Amazon Prime, but that's more because I have things shipped to me all the time. So the 2-day shipping is more of the reason why I have Amazon Prime. But I mean, the shows and stuff are a nice bonus, I guess. But yeah, I watch more YouTube than I do anything else. I watch movies and TV shows when I go visit Feline. She got me loving cooking shows. And Oh my God, I get wrapped up in the like Hell's Kitchen. She'll put Hell's Kitchen on, and I'll get like caught up in like the drama and be like, why are you doing this? Oh my God. And yeah, but I mean, Gordon Ramsay's fucking hilarious to watch anyway. So
the UK is just bad on cooking shows. Gordon Ramsay.
Baking,
Yeah, they just.
Oh, I love the fucking Great British Bake Off. Fuck me, I love that show. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, she's got me watching that, and I fucking love that show. I get excited every time she tells me there's a new damn episode. I'm like, yes! and I have to say that I probably wouldn't enjoy the shows as much if I didn't have her sitting next to me. So when they roll out some random fucking term that I have never in my life heard before, I can be like, hey, what does that mean? And she can explain it to me because she's a chef and she's owned and operated restaurants, so she knows what the fuck they're talking about. So it's like my own little personal Wikipedia just sitting there. Yeah. So I don't know that I would enjoy the shows quite as much if I didn't have her to help me out. I see you in the chat laughing. That one came through. I see you.
Yeah. Or we watch is always child friendly now because we've got a kid.
Right.
He's really into Five Nights at Freddy's. And I've gotten him into comic books too.
Excellent.
He wasn't reading much, so I kind of got him into a lot of British comics and things. He absolutely loves it. I brought him a new comic today, actually.
It's over there.
Well, I'll show you.
I love it when parents get their kids into comics, and then they take to them.
This is like his favorite at the moment is Bunny versus Monkey, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
He loves this stuff.
The Impossible Pig.
And he loves Dogman, and he's loved. But to be honest with you, I've also given him other stuff to read. He loves Ed Gein, Demon Hunter.
Yes.
I'm like, you shouldn't read that. He's like, no, I like this. I'm like, okay, at least he's reading.
At least he's reading something. I'm sure some of it will go over his head, and other of it will traumatize him. But he'll grow from the experience. It'll be a growing experience.
He loves horror.
He loves horror and gore.
Yeah.
Proper little boy. Like he loves the Lenore comics. Actually, kind of started.
Oh yeah, I mean those are fun. Yeah. Those are very Tim Burton-esque. Roman Dirge does a good job. They're dark and a little creepy, but they're very silly and they're fun. And I think that's kind of appropriate. Those are fun. As he gets older, you can introduce him to Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Yeah. That's cool.
Mr. Yonan Vasquez. Does he like Invader Zim?
He loves Invader Zim.
Okay. They do Invader Zim comics as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Oni Press, I think.
Yeah. Oni did those. I haven't seen any in a long time, but I know that they're out there. So yeah, if he likes that, then he'd probably like Johnny as well. So you got some sample pages. I'm guessing this is at the beginning of the book where he's a mall Santa.
That's it. So basically, it's two stories, but they're linked into the longer story, into the story arc. So the first one's a Christmas story, and then Basham starts. So it starts off with so obviously they've got no money. They're quite poor, so they got to do gigs from time to time. And
right,
it's almost like Father Parrish is this bad Santa character. Obviously, he's completely drunk already, creeping out the kids in the mall.
As you would expect him to do.
Yeah.
This is great. And
then the elves, of course.
Him just going nuts on this dude.
Yes.
Will you know, you awful little bastard? Your facial expressions, man. They always crack me up. There's so much like emoting and storytelling that can be done with facial expressions, and I love the way you get the storytelling across with the emotions, like the facial expressions. Kevin McGuire, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He did I think Justice League Europe. He always did such great facial expressions, and the stuff that you do kind of reminds me of that.
Keith Geffen,
Mm-hmm.
That's the best superhero. Well, they aren't really superhero comics, are they?
They're just fun comics. I mean, they're technically, superhero comics, I guess, but they were indie comics published under the guise of superhero comics. Yeah.
I need to track that down. I used to read that back in the day. I need to track that down again. You've never read that before,
No.
but it's great. It's really good.
I believe.
Yeah, it's almost like this. There's sort of like John Byrne's She-Hulk series, which is also just really funny. Just fun stuff.
Just great adventures, great character building, and I mean John Byrne. I mean he does fantastic line work. It's always cool to see his stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of Byrne, have you seen that they're going to actually be releasing his Elsewhen X-Men books? Like when he stopped doing X-Men, he was doing like his own version of the X-Men for like 20, 30 years afterwards.
Yeah, just the pencils without
just the pencils. Yeah.
Inking that, but yeah, I heard of that. Yeah,
dude, it's great. It's great. It feels like classic X-Men, and like I'm kind of hoping that when it comes out, it showcases just how much Marvel has dropped the ball with X-Men and how they need to go back to what actually made the X-Men work in the first place.
Some coherency would be great in the
yeah, exactly.
It's just all over. I tried getting into X-Men in the 90s, and it's just too much. I don't think it actually made any sense. It was great art, but too many books, too many titles intersecting different titles, storylines. I just got lost.
I agree. The golden age of X-Men was Claremont, Byrne, up until Silvestri, and then Jim Lee, and then it kind of started falling apart in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh my God, we got Neff. What's up, dude? Good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. Miss you, bro. Haven't seen Neff in a chat in a long time. Long time. I hope you're doing well, man.
Showing up.
Yeah.
Welcome. Sorry, I didn't. It's good to see you, Neff.
It's great. We're here for the chat. Yeah, like I didn't. It's good. Like I said before we got it, before we started, it was just it felt so good last week just to get back and be on live streams. I don't do it often. It's something where like you kind of forget what it's like, and then you only realize you miss it after you start getting back onto it again.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. I mean, I've been kind of fortunate in the fact that I have Topicless, and I've also got the happy hour hangout that I do with Feline, and we do those every week. I mean, I do Topicless every week. We do the happy hour hangout just about every week. Sometimes Feline has things she has to do, so we don't. But I have these regular shows, and people still reach out to me to promote books. Yesterday's show was a dude that I met at a convention here in Jacksonville, that reached out to me, and now he's a regular that comes back and we promote his books when they come out. I love talking about this stuff. I love comics. I love getting introduced to new comics. I don't work at the comic shop anymore. So this is my way of introducing the wider world to new comics, helping people find cool shit to read.
Well, before this whole YouTube thing, I mean, you were doing I remember the early interviews that you were doing at comic book conventions. Going up to creators and interviewing them and stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's your thing.
Yeah, it's my wheelhouse, man. I've loved comics since I was 3 years old. Like my dad introduced me to comics. I couldn't even read the damn things, but I was enthralled. And I was really motivated to learn how to read because I wanted to know what the hell Batman, Spider-Man, and the Fantastic Four were saying.
My dad too.
Yeah.
He gave me comics. He asked me. I remember very distinctly. He walked in my room once and he said, "Do you know what a vampire is?" And I was like, "What?
What's that?"
I thought it was some sort of machine. I thought it was like some sort of like the word vampires. I imagined some sort of. He mentioned that they take your blood. I imagined some sort of machine with a spinning blade that sucks out all your blood. And I was like, wow. And then he gave me this Dracula comic, and I was like, whew.
Heck yeah! Right on, Dad.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I was like really young. I was like 5, 6 years old.
Heck yeah, man.
I love that. And hopefully I did the same with my kid, just showing him all these, weirdo comic books.
Right. And I mean, judging by the fact that you've got a gigantic bookshelf behind you full of reading material, it created a lifelong love of reading within you.
Yeah, it has. I got him like boxes and boxes full of these British Beano comics for him to wade through.
Oh, nice! Heck yeah, man!
thing is now he reads everything now. He loves sitting with any sort of book. It's kind of like spilled over into other books and things too. Which I'm like, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I did that.
That's fantastic. I love hearing that. Arvid says, "You're the best, Luke." Hail. Thank you, Arvid. Right back at you, brother. Thank you. Had Arvid on for Band of the Crow, and we just great conversations. He introduced me to a really fucking good book, Into the Nightlands. Book was from, I believe it was what was it, like the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it was written back then, but it goes into the far-flung future. It's like, how best to describe it? It's almost like Eldritch Horrors meet Blade Runner in a sense. It's really weird and it's awesome. Such a good book. So,
Into the Darklands.
Into the Nightlands.
Into the Nightlands.
Into the Nightlands. Yeah, the Nightland. Yep, there it is. William Hope Hodgson. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you, Feline. I appreciate that. I mean, you might be a little biased, but that's okay. I'll take it. I love you. She says it blows me away that Luke doesn't have a bigger following. You know what? I have a good following. I've got quality people that show up to my shows. I got quality people that come on my shows and hang out with me. So yeah, it's I'm happy.
Finding beard and all that. It's a stunning combination.
Thank you. Still have the mohawk. Still have the mohawk as well. It's about a foot tall now, and putting it at the last time we went to Heroes Con last year, I put it up and I had to tilt my head to the side in order to drive to the convention to keep it inside the cab of the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little unruly, but I love it. I mean I've made it part of my brand now, so I don't know that I can ever actually get rid of the mohawk.
You just glue one on nowadays,
I should get a blue one.
Yeah, you just stick it on with glue.
So you know what? Yeah, I'll grow it out really long, and then I'll like glue it up, and then I'll shave it off, and then I'll put it like on a pad. That way I can just stick it to my head.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah. I will say this: every time the sides of my head start growing out and getting long, I overheat. It's too warm. So I have to shave the sides of my head to stay, relegated temperature wise.
Yeah, temperature regulation.
Yeah, temperature regulation, exactly. Written in 1912. Yeah, and it does defy description, but highly recommend. It also is written in like early English, so I felt like I was getting smarter listening to it because my brain had to run this translation layer so that I could understand what was going on. But yeah, it's a fantastic book. Speaking of, Band of the Crow was a great book, super high quality, outstanding art, one of the best we've read, says Neff. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Quality over quantity. Exactly. I will take quality over quantity all day, every day. Arvid says he's reading The Boats of Glen Carrig right now. There's a German death metal band, Ahab. Yeah! Ahab's fucking great, man. Doom metal. I don't know if you've ever listened to Ahab.
I heard of them. I haven't listened to that much of it. No.
If you like slow, sludgy doom metal, yeah, definitely check it out.
What's Arvid? Conan have been playing in my town.
No shit. Yeah. That's awesome. Fuck yeah.
UK, so
yeah.
Very excuse. No, but that's good stuff. No, I really like Electric Wizard. I like Wind.
Yeah.
I like Bong Ripper and that sort of thing. That's
heck
good.
yeah.
But on the other side, I also like hardcore punk stuff. Which
is
the opposite sort of in that sense.
I mean, they're a little different style, but same fuck you attitude.
It's like fuck you, fuck you,
fuck you. Yes, exactly. Yeah, these pages are great, man. I want to sit down. I want to just like stop and start reading this, and I'm getting distracted looking at the pages. So this is all digital. This is all digital.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If I had any doubt that it would kind of look plastic, then I wouldn't have done it. But I think it came out.
No, it came out great, man. It looks like you. It looks like the stuff that was in these other books. So I'm super excited, man. So how do you feel like the process went versus doing it the way you did before? Do you feel like it sped things up for you a little bit?
No, I don't think it sped things up. It took about the same time, but
Right.
but in the same amount of time, I did more work on them. I think there's more to it now.
Mm-hmm.
Art wise, there are more backgrounds. It's more balanced. I spent more
Okay.
spotting blacks and because I wanted to do that this time. Just take more risks with it, because I mean, obviously, if you mess it up, you can just undo it.
Exactly.
Kind of, so I think I'm hoping that if I do skip back into doing something traditionally, that I will have the confidence in just having that sense that I could just transfer it over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Between the digital sort of process.
I mean, it's the same muscle memory. It's the same muscle memory. Rushbrook says it looks great. Yeah, seriously, Rushbrook, get these books if you are not familiar. You need to get the catch up tier and get all of them. They're so worth it. But yeah, it's the same muscle memory, and it's just using a different tool. And like I said, finding that right set of brushes is crucial. I've been working on the same version of Photoshop since 2013. CS6 I think was when it was 2013 is when CS6 came out. So I've been using the same old ass version of Photoshop. I'm getting a little tired of Windows bullshit and having to constantly fight with them to keep AI out of my system, because I don't want Copilot or any of that nonsense. So I'm seriously thinking about moving over to Linux, and Clip Studio Paint works on Linux.
Absolutely can recommend that.
Yeah,
they don't use AI in any of their stuff, which I think is ethically great. That's
Rushbrook works in Clip Studio.
Yeah, the brush engines are awesome. That's what I think. I've also been trying digital painting. You know who Dave Raposa is?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He did a tutorial that I bought like ages ago called Bug Witch, and I've been working through that, and I've just been doing digital paintings on the techniques through there, and I've been getting really into that. And I'm hoping to incorporate that into like pin-up work and stuff like that for the comics. But I really want to learn traditional oil painting too. But that'll that's further down the line.
Yeah, I would like to. I've done traditional painting. I just haven't done it in years and years. I would love to get back into it, because I mean, as artists, we love to experiment with different tools, different mediums. Trying different things. We
kind of want to punish ourselves and make things different.
Yes, we're gluttons for punishment. That's why we do this.
Yeah, we suffer. We have to suffer somehow. If we're not suffering, we're not happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's a built-in feature for an artist to make things difficult for themselves. So
I think it's kind of the fuel that pushes us forward. If we're not being true artists, if we're not suffering in some way. Feline says the book is fire, just like Monica. Yes, I will. Thank you. I will fix the spelling later. See, she keeps me in line. You can tell she keeps me in line. She's my second. Seriously, she's my second set of eyes on everything. She picks up on things that I totally overlook, like spelling errors. And speaking of Maverick,
is the editor on the comic book. So don't worry, it's been cool as the cold. What's that?
This is Neff's book, Mavericks. It's his mech book, and it's entirely too large to fit on the spinner rack, so it stays right up here on the shelf where I can reach it very easily. But another fantastic book. I got all kinds of talented friends, which means I got to keep working hard so I stay talented, so I don't get left behind.
That is huge.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, this is the box that it came in. But yeah, all the extra specials and stuff. But here, I'll pull out the book so you can see just how large it is.
Size does matter.
Well, I mean, when the art's this good, yes. And I'm spilling all of the little extra tchotchkes that came with. But yeah, as you can see, is a very large book.
Huh. You can kill somebody with that.
This is several of them, but yeah, it's a big book, but very good. Highly recommend. I think he's on Global Comics as well. If you want to check it out.
Mavericks.
Yeah.
Mavericks. Okay.
By Neff. Yep.
Okay.
So highly recommend. And you know what? Speaking of this format, you know, you guys have the large size books. Band of the Crow is magazine size. I love this format. You know, that actually brings me to talking about the format. You're sticking with the same format. Yes, it's the same. Okay.
Yeah.
I love this format. It reminds me of the Bond Designates, you know, the big albums that they do. And to me, I granted, I love my old school American comics and their format, but it feels like this format allows for wider shots and you can get more storytelling on the page. Sometimes things don't they feel kind of cramped in American comics, you know, because we're 11 by 17 and there's not as much space width-wise. But I feel like there's more room to tell a story. You can let things breathe. You can do those wide shots of a city and it feels natural. So
I felt like with this one, I pushed the envelope with putting more panels in and more detail in, and taking advantage of the fact that it is a bigger publication. You know, there's more space, as you say. I do like that way.
Neff is asking, I got the first Mary Boys book a while back. This is number 2. Technically, this would be the 3rd campaign. Here, I will flip my camera around so you can see. So you got issues 1 and 2 here, and then the campaign before this was Beefheads, which was a thicker book that had 4 different stories in it.
It's yours, though. I'm going to say that. It's huge, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this is just slightly too wide for the spinner rack over there. Like just by a hair too wide for the spinner rack. But yeah, highly recommend this book. Highly recommend Mary Boys. Highly recommend Band of the Crow. I mean, you guys all make such good books, and they're all wildly different. You know. Okay, Neff says he got Beefheads. Good. I'm glad that you did. So yeah, you are caught up, except for the campaign that we're currently talking about.
Yeah, it's a whole new. It's basically a new start. I mean, technically, you could pick up this one without reading Primal Wounds and Beefheads, but the campaigns. So there's going to be 5 parts. This is the first one of the 5, and then obviously there's going to be continuity between those.
So. This is the first of a 5-part story. Now this is the first time that you've actually done an extended continuous story, right? Like this is instead of just little short stories with the boys.
For them, I mean, the first graphic novel that I did was about 178 pages or something that I'd actually published.
Oh wow!
And that was a long form story, but I kind of jumped into that without having as much experience. It still worked as a story, but I felt I wasn't that well prepared for it.
Right.
This one has been worked through several times. It's fine tuned, and it gives you that space to explore the themes that you want to this time around. So I thought I felt ready for this one.
And that's the thing that you gotta be aware of. Taking on a large story, you think, I'll just do this large story, and then you get, part of the way through it, and you're like, fuck, what did I do to myself?
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to keep the reader interested too. It's got to be entertaining in every comic and on every page. Literally, you've got to have something to make you want to turn the page every time.
Yes.
And you can't. So you got to orchestrate it like that, and that's what makes it more challenging. So you got to make it interesting for yourself too.
Yeah. You absolutely got to keep yourself interested, because if you get bored while you're working on it, that's going to translate through to the reader. They're going to pick up on it, then they're going to get bored. What's up, Crooked Painter? Good to see you, sir. Been a while. Welcome. Let's see. Arvid says it's just great. Yeah, the BD format, American format, is too skinny for you. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. Neff says the Merry Boys are great, though. TMNT Catholic soccer hooligans. Yeah.
Football here.
Football. That's right.
Mind you, I'm not a big football. Yeah, I never felt since. I mean, I loved doing that football story. It was great because
I was about to say the football story in Beefheads was fucking hilarious. But again, I have to say my favorite story in Beefheads was with the Midget Mafia. That shit was so goddamn funny. Just visually and the story and everything is just fucking chef's kiss, man. I was laughing my ass off reading that whole thing. Hey, Rushbrook, yes, backer 66. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. You are going to enjoy. You got a treat coming, man. You've got a treat coming to you, sir. Heck yeah.
Excellent.
So, how many stories do you have for the Merry Boys? I mean, you got you got a 5-part story coming up.
Yep.
Is this just going to be like a continual thing, or do you have like a beginning, middle, and an end for this story for these guys?
Well, it's going to be this arc,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's going to be another story, which I'll do in the future, which will be, well, basically Father Parrish disappears during the course of this story because he's banished to London for, basically he gets, this is what the Catholic Church do. They kind of relocate wayward priests for, to take a sabbatical somewhere.
Right.
In his case, he was sent to an insane asylum in London. And the second story, that arc is going to be about them going to London, and getting him back. And that's going to be almost like a love letter to our time living in London. I'll be visiting a lot of landmarks and things and themes. It's going to be really interesting in itself. But it's something. So I know exactly what I want to do with that. But yeah, it's in the future. I'm just focused on this one right now.
Oh yeah, of course. I want to know that I have a few more years of Merry Boys stories ahead. I can enjoy them for years to come. I'm excited. I mean, this is a very selfish question.
Well, I appreciate that. But I mean, it's a case of that's how far I've got it planned, and I think if I don't do any more, it'll just after that I might just do. Just very short sort of things. I might just do a bunch of vignettes just for I'll keep it alive, but I don't know if I'll do any more long form stories after that.
Right.
Maybe something will crop up, but maybe not.
Well, you never know what'll pop up in your head as you're finishing this story.
Exactly. Yeah. So leaving it open, but I can't see it. To me, it's like because you get people who want to do like an ongoing, almost like a soap opera sort of style. Like a Santa Barbara type of comic book thing where it just goes on forever. I think you need, and then you start running into continuity problems and character development problems and things where you start losing sight of what. I'd like to keep it finite.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all the best stories have a beginning, middle, and an end. They march towards an end and a resolution. Sometimes there are threads that can be connected to make a sequel, but other times, some stories just end,
Yeah, they have to. People move on, change. I kind of see them in their middle. I kind of see them in their midlife, in their 30s and 40s already, in a sense. How they would be looking back at this era in their lives, and they're different sort of places. Because they're different sort of characters.
Yeah.
So it has to happen. Like that's real life, and that's that's the way it's supposed to be.
The relentless march forward of time, as they say. Yeah. I'm looking at this panel right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. The faces that they're making. I was talking about your facial expressions earlier. It's fucking great, man.
I'm just making fun of the police there. Where you guys have got something to do with the Merry Boys gang. Well, we can't put our fingers on it. because they just see them as these choir boys with learning difficulties, so who wear these really bad wigs during the day, and they're like, "You got something." No, and I was like, no.
They're too dumb. That's fantastic, man. So how many pages are we looking at for this issue?
This one's just it's 40 pages.
40 pages.
Yeah.
And is each one planned out to be that much, like each part of this story?
Each one's 40 pages, except for the finale, which will be 60 pages.
Ooh, all right. Heck yeah. And once you get all 5 parts done, are you thinking about doing like a collected edition?
It depends. It depends on if there's interest or not. I was thinking if I don't do it, I don't know. It's really difficult. I was thinking if I don't do that, then I would like to do like a folder, maybe like in the last campaign. Maybe do like a folder with like a separate cover itself.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it. We keep all the issues in.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Like the Cyberfrog stuff, actually.
Yeah. Have that box that you can just slot the issues into. That would be a cool idea.
Unique artwork around it on the inside and around it and stuff. So I was thinking maybe of that. If I don't, if there isn't enough sort of interest to have like a collected edition printed.
I mean, that would be cool, especially for everybody that had been picking them up along the way. That way, they have something cool that they can put in a box and they can put it on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like something like that too.
Right. I mean, obviously, you like books and being able to look at the spines, and so having something like that, with a nice spine to look at on the shelf would be pretty awesome. So I can see that. Crooked Painter is saying, "Swing the sword around, Monica." Heck yeah. So one of the questions that was asked while you were on Mad Ruth's channel is action figures. If you had the opportunity, would you make some action figures?
He's been dreaming about.
I've been dreaming about stuff like that. But I've been hearing everybody say how hard it is and how challenging it is. So I'm like, but maybe a statuette would actually be perfect. Like one of those painted statuette ones. But just practically with all the because there's a lot of shipping tariffs and all. It just makes it practically difficult to make.
Yeah.
I would love to sculpt to make. I think the manufacture of it would actually be quite simple. It's the reproduction and just the postage. The logistics whether it would be challenging.
The logistics of it, I imagine, would be a gigantic pain in the ass. Yeah, but it would be fucking cool to get figures of the boys and Father Parrish. If nothing else, maybe the demon goat. With the boobies.
Yeah.
Have that as like a Father Parrish and the Demon Goat 2-pack or something. That would be cool. See, Arvid says
3D printing on demand.
3D printing on demand.
Yeah,
I think that's probably something that'll happen in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you create a file with the 3D model,
and
then, you sort of like pass on the
rapid prototype.
And on the other end, the receiver can print it out in 3D.
Well, imagine these big vending machines everywhere. You just press the button for action you watch, and then it just poops out a Mary Boys figure.
Pick your size and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
just come up with like an STL file, plug it into the machine, and it prints your thing for you. I mean, there are online services that you can send things off to get them printed, and doing like a 3D maquette or like a little statue, I think would probably be the easiest way to get something like that made. Action figures, they require joints and moving, articulation, and there's packaging. So yeah, and of course they've got to be painted. So yeah, that could be an issue, but yeah. 3D printing is an interesting idea, says Arvid. Oh, hold on. She's busting out the sword now. Let's see. There we go.
Especially for the Crooked Painter. There
you go. Yeah.
Careful, we're in England. You
got a license for that.
You got a license for that permit, mate?
See, you'd get along with Feline swimmingly. She's got lots and lots and lots of bladed weapons. As a matter of fact, when she was a welder, she made a sword, and this thing is huge. It's like almost as tall as I am.
Yeah. I used to be in a historical reenactment group for a decade back in Poland. So yeah, I tried sword fighting, but I needed a broken finger, and I was like,
considering how much
maybe
that
not.
group of yours drank, I'm surprised you didn't behead each other.
Well, yeah.
The alcohol was to make sure they couldn't lift the swords up high enough to hurt each other with them. That was the logic.
Cars.
Yeah. She knows the riddle of steel. Yes, she does. Both Monica and Feline know the riddle of steel. And yes, the sword is hanging on the wall at her house. It's one of the things that we have in common. She and I, we both like bladed weapons.
Burglars
quite a bit.
beware.
Yeah.
You'll be impaled. Left on the lawn.
Yeah, it keeps you in line. It's
Buried under the patio.
Exactly. I am so damn excited about this book, you guys. I am so thrilled that there's a new Mary Boys, and even more than that, I'm thrilled that you're back hanging out at least for a little bit. I know that once the campaign is done, you'll probably have to go back into creation mode and you'll hide away. But I'm happy that we get to hang out at least for a little bit, and that there's a new Mary Boys on the horizon, man. So what does the future hold for Proper Comics? I mean, aside from the 5-part series, you did say that. Is there anything else that you would want to work on? Is there something kicking around in your head that?
I do. This is one thing. So I finished, as I said, I finished writing and thumbnailing this whole thing, and so then I just got into drawing mode. But you want to keep writing stuff,
Yeah.
And I felt it was kind of too early to dive into the Mary Boys in London arc because you want to take a little bit of break, like a break from it.
Yeah, a little palate cleanser.
Yeah, like a little palate cleanse. And I've had this story kicking about in my brain. It's a war comic, but it's a horror war comic.
Yes,
that I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's steeped in history, and it is a proper horror comic. It's a war. The horrors of war are the worst sort of horrors you could.
Yeah, because they're real life horrors.
Yeah. So that's something I really want to do. Different sort of art style, more visceral. I've been getting into. I've been really enjoying Ashley Wood's stuff. Sort of arts, sort of painterly sort of stuff.
Yeah, kind of ethereal. Not quite as refined, a little more loose. Yeah, my buddy Brett is really into Ashley Wood. Loves his Nabbler robot. I don't know if you're familiar with Nabbler.
Yeah.
He has one of the like $200, $300 figures of Nabbler. The limited edition ones that has like the cloth jumpsuit or the cloth costume, and then the chick that goes with it. That's mostly legs and a little bit of torso. But Ashley Wood has a unique style, man, and that could definitely lend itself well to a horror series, especially war.
Especially, it's a World War II horror story, so it's got. I wanted to feel earthy, and you see and feel the paint, the traditional materials.
Yeah. Crooked Painter saying drawn-in tears are a must. He wants to be drawn into a comic. Draw him like one of the French girls.
Yeah. I was thinking starting from issue 2. There's somebody who's basically wants to, and I said, I'm doing it already for the next.
There you go.
This one because it's already finished. So, but now that it's kind of like since the ball's gotten started rolling, people start talking about the series because I was kind of keeping quiet about it for a long time because I was putting it together. But now that it started, that I can start, talking about the rest of the series after this one's published in people's hands, and
heck yeah.
Take it forward.
Now you can let the cat out of the bag at least a little bit on certain things. You can start talking about what you got going on with it. Arvid says first day backer, Karl. That sounds amazing. The war story, kind of in the Ashley Wood style.
Excellent.
Oh, what's up, Omen? Good to see you, sir. Little bit of torso, yes, just a little, please. And Crooked Painter is excited about the drawn-in tears. Heck yeah. I know I've said this, but I'm super excited, man. I'm looking forward to reading more. As a matter of fact, tonight I might sit down and go back and reread all of this. just to refresh my memory and re-whet my appetite for the book.
Okay, speaking of drawn in people,
yeah,
I do have Kami Mark as a cameo character in this series, which you
excellent.
I told him, you don't really want to be a cameo in my comics because horrible things happen to you.
I mean, that's to be expected, though. It is Basham, so what are you going to do? Horrible things happen. That's fantastic. Speaking of Kami Mark, haven't talked to him in a while. Had him on when he was doing his refund campaign.
Krishna Kid refund, yeah.
Yeah, Krishna Kid. But yeah, it's fun to. It's always fun to reconnect with the old friends that I had when this whole thing started. Because I mean, it's fucking 6-7 years ago now that all this kind of kicked off. This kind of crowdfunding scene over here, and Bancroft did a memorial stream for Felix Haas the other day. And it was crazy to see all these names, all these screen names and people and like icons that I haven't seen in years.
There are loads of people who have disappeared, like Albino Thunderbuds, for example.
Oh yeah, Thunderbuds is still around. He doesn't get online much, but he's doing a lot of editing for people. Yeah, he's doing a lot of editing. So I mean, a lot of people that were just kind of kicking it online, they're working. So I understand not being online, but even still, it's cool to see people pop back up. Because you wonder what happens to people. My dude Rotten Glory that just kind of up and disappeared forever ago.
Yeah, what happened to him? I was always wondering what happened to him. He's like just gone.
He's just gone. Yeah, don't know what happened. I'm hoping that he's okay. Hoping that he'll just pop back up into a chat one day and be like, "Hey, I've been out in the woods, just living off the grid and being my crazy self." But who knows? We'll see. But it's awesome to see that. It's always awesome to see friends that have kept working, kept moving forward, kept doing new things, and you've obviously had head down, axe to the grind, working on this book, man. Still doing your thing. So that is, it makes me fucking happy to see my friends succeed. It makes me happy to see my friends doing what they love and keeping on. So that's another reason why I'm super excited about this book. Not only do I get more stories, but I get to see my friends keep succeeding. So where's my scotch at? So.
Are we out of beer?
No.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have some more.
I'll wait until you get another beer then. I shall hold off. And Feline says Felix Haas, and she's raising a drink to Felix. So we'll drink to Felix as well. He was always a regular in the chats, always super cool, and always sharing links for everybody's campaigns. Mad Ruth says Kami Mark had it coming.
He knows it too. That's it. I needed a hippie for the book. I needed and I thought,
perfect.
Got Kami Mark. Yeah.
He promised for you.
Yeah. No, I don't think he's prepared for what actually happens to him. Actually, I did ask his consent. Like, do you want to be, as a cameo? Because you're going to be one of the like a key character. He's like, sure, I'll do that. Sure, man. And he said, "Oh, thank you for consenting. You can't withdraw your consent." Sure, and
all right, this is your last. This is the last chance, last warning. But Skull to continued success, to more merry boys, and to old friends, and getting to hang out. Skull.
Hail to the weekend too.
That's right. And one more for our boy Felix Haas. Hail to the traveler. It's funny because when we all started doing the online streaming and everything, everybody was drinking all the time. I go back and watch some of the old streams and I'm like, damn, I'm just putting them back. Holy shit. I have been I have been very drunk on streams before. Not the least of which I've been very drunk on this one's stream. So I got a bottle of Suntory whiskey, which is a Japanese whiskey, and it is so smooth and delicious and wonderful. I drank 3/4 of the bottle on stream. I was so fucked up for Topic List that night, and I was hosting.
Turning Japanese, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, it was interesting. At some point during Topic List, I had to turn my camera off just because I was so fucked up, just fucking gone. I don't even know how I finished it. So yeah, and speaking of being drunk on stream, I have worn this shirt on a few of my sing-along of Doom. Whenever I wear this shirt doing a sing-along of Doom, it's always a really good episode, and I always get really fucking smashed. Like, just, I don't, it must be the shirt. I don't know. Yeah. But, what? Yeah, no, you know exactly what, madam. Don't come at me with that what. But yeah, there's one particular episode, I managed to end the stream on time. And after I ended the stream, I don't even remember ending the stream, to be perfectly honest with you. And I woke up on the floor of the garage at 3 a.m. I was that fucking hammered. Yeah. So I was like, maybe I won't bring the full bottle with me the next time I do one of these. Yeah. So, you live, you learn. Oh, definitely couldn't be the scotch. Quiet, you. Don't you dare blame the scotch.
Fresh air, it's intoxicating.
Don't you dare blame us. She didn't mean it.
Oh,
she didn't mean it. It's yeah. I do love my scotch though.
Those were heady times though.
They were.
When everybody was locked down and nobody had anything nobody had anything better to do than go into stream, because there was the socialization.
Yeah.
It's also, I actually look back on that and I was like, it's a pity they locked everybody down and ruined the economy, but it was fun. It was fun.
I mean, we had to find happiness where we could, right?
Yeah.
We had to find camaraderie where we could.
Seasons in the sun, huh?
Yep. And that is exactly it. Bring back the sing-along of Doom. Oh, I will, sir. It's coming. Currently, there's a bunch of my shit from my condo in the garage, blocking the way. So I need to get all that stuff out of the way so I can start doing a sing-along of Doom again. LOL, it can sneak up on you, can't it? Yes, it can. And Feline and I were discussing this because I will be moving up with Feline at some point in the near future. And so I was telling her that I miss doing the sing-along of Doom. Good Stuff and I are actually getting ready to do a new show called Metal Mosaics. And this is actually, nope, that's not it. Hang on. This is actually the logo that I came up with for the show. So we're just talking about music that we love. Our first show is going to be about Sanctuary and Nevermore, which are essentially the two different bands, but with the same band members. So we're going to talk about the transition from Sanctuary to Nevermore. We're actually going to be filming it tomorrow, and then it's going to be a premiere later. But going through that, I had to find clips for from the sing-along of Doom for the intro, and it made me realize how much I missed doing the sing-along of Doom. So Phelan and I were talking, we're going to have to soundproof a room at the house there so I can actually do the sing-along of Doom again. Yeah, can't guarantee I'll get as drunk on stream as I used to, but I will definitely sing on stream. I'll ruin your radio hits with Death Grows. So his first love. I don't know if I'd say that. Kind of fond of you. Just saying. I'll take you over Scotch. Just saying. Metal. That's right. You can't kill the metal. The metal will live on.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've been going to a lot of shows and stuff lately, actually. I actually decided this year was going to be the year we would just go see a lot of and it's been hardcore punk show, but I mean the early 80s stuff that inspired bands like have you ever heard of a band called Discharge? Yeah. We went to see Discharge.
No kidding.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're absolutely great. They nearly broke my neck. Just they're absolutely mad. GBH, Discharge, The Exploited. It's just been
Oh, The Exploited. Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Ah.
So in December, it was just it's absolutely great.
That's fantastic. I'm glad that that there's shows popping up and that you get to go see them. It seems like the bands that I always want to see are either all the way up in Atlanta, or they're all the way down in fucking Tampa, or they're out in the middle of fucking Louisiana or something like that. Like they never come anywhere near me. I'm in northeastern Florida. I'm on the east coast of Florida, right under Jacksonville. Except for one time, Slayer, when they were doing their farewell tour, I guess the one of their farewell tours anyway. They showed up with Behemoth and Lamb of God, and it was a fucking great show. They played at the St. Augustine Amphitheater, and that place just fucking exploded when they started playing Raining Blood. Such a good show.
I still want to watch Slayer. So I just, I've never had the opportunity. I've never seen Slayer before now.
They were good. They put on a hell of a show. So did Lamb of God and Behemoth. So I mean, yeah, it was just all good, all the way through. Crooked Painter says, "Oh God, yuck! I don't even know what that's for. How dare you insult metal? Do you want to get banned? Cool. I can't wait to hear You'll Be a Woman soon.
Oh yeah.
I'll see. You'll be a woman soon. There you go. There's a little preview for you.
Prince Andrew's favorite tune. Yeah.
What's up, some person? How you doing? He says, hello, Death Metal Hero and Chubbs. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for coming to hang out. And we got a Carrie in the chat as well. She says, I've seen Behemoth live. Awesome band. Yes, indeed. Some person says, I haven't seen the Merry Boys creators for years. Well, yeah, that's because he's been working. Been putting in work, getting this book ready, man. It takes a lot of time, especially when you're doing this by yourself. He does. He puts the story together and makes the artwork, and she edits it to make sure it's on point. So it takes time to do this shit.
Yeah, you're gonna get arrested for that. You better take that out. Okay.
They can't catch me. They'll never catch me. And so making sure I haven't missed anybody. But yeah, this is exciting, man. This is fantastic. It's, I don't know, it kind of feels like things are kind of coming back around. Like things have changed a lot, but things are kind of coming back around. The memorial stream for Felix. There's a new Merry Boys book coming out. Neff has been spotted in the chat again. It I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of good coming. I'm excited. I'm excited. And there's new stuff on the horizon. Like I said, I've got my Artist Alley table at Heroes Con. Both Feline and I will be there. I'll have my artwork, and she'll have her comic stands and stuff.
You're selling your sketchbook. Yeah,
I have it on my website. But I mean, I'll send you one, man. I'll send you a sketchbook, and I'll send you a copy of Mercenary Guild too.
Let me support it.
Yeah.
No,
okay, well, we'll talk after stream. Yeah. Heck yeah. Okay. Is there, before we've been going for about an hour and 40 minutes? Is there anything else that you'd like to say about Merry Boys before we wrap this one up?
Put me on the spot now.
That's what we do on this show. We ask the tough questions.
You want to say something? Okay.
Yes. So we would really appreciate if everyone could share the news about the new campaign, because obviously I try to reach out as far as I can, but you know what it's like. Yeah. And please do share my posts, tweets, whatever. And thank you very much for your support. And so basically, if this campaign raises a certain amount, Karl promised me he would start doing it full time, quit his day job, and make it his career. So, you
guys heard it here first. So I'm just going to say, you motherfuckers better jump on this and share it far and wide, because we need Karl to be able to do this full time. Fuck a day job. Comics.
I thought of what to add. Yeah. So everybody who backs at any sort of level will get the PDF of it as well. And I asked that. I'm very happy with everybody to share the PDF to because there's no better thing than word of mouth. There's no better promotion than you
Agreed.
get. So if you read it and you like it, just send it on to your mates who like
Spam them.
That's right.
More than happy with that. Yeah. I think,
You like comics, don't you? Well, get this book.
Yeah.
That's right. You like quad, don't you? Arvid says, we will do it, Monica. That's right. Heck yeah. And double check your link, some person, just to make sure, because that may have been from the old Indiegogo, and old Indiegogo links no longer work. But there is a link in the description of this video, and also Feline has dropped the link, the current link, right here in the chat. So, guys, it has been so much damn fun hanging out with you. I'm so glad that there's a new Merry Boys book. I'm so glad that we got to hang out. Thank you for coming to join me today and hanging out and bringing more Merry Boys to the party. Fuck yeah.
Thanks.
Chat.
Really appreciate it. It's like old times.
It is. It's like old times. It's. I always get such a buzz. Not a Scotch buzz, mind you. I always get such a creative buzz doing shows like this. It makes me excited to keep making things, keep pushing forward, and keep doing what we love. So, that's right. Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Chat, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, remember,
Shop smart, shop S-smart.